Here's a little look at what I've been up to between wheat and soybean harvest. Clean this out from hauling steers to butcher. Mac is definitely going to find that later. Helped my boyfriend drag out a ginormous bear on Monday night. The full season, it's getting towards the end of its life, so I took down the cross fences and I'm going to let them have at it. These step-ins and the poly wire have been such a game changer. There is still a good chunk of green stuff out there, and the turnips they'll go nuts for once it freezes over, but I don't know if that's happening anytime soon. Freaking 85 degrees this next week. Then Mac and I took a cruise to check on the soybeans as well as the cover crops planted around the farm. It's the best part of our day. Earlier this week we got the corn head ready so we'll be able to switch right over. We had to switch the feed accelerator speed to slow, which I already did earlier this week, as well as switch the tailing system over to corn. Then Mac and I continued on to check the soybeans. These will be our first soybeans ready, and I think we are a couple days out. Next was taking a look at the cover crops. This is the radish, flax, oats, and kale mix, which will be food for the cows this late fall and winter, hopefully. We've been getting some good rains, so I hope we'll get some good growth before it freezes. Ever wondered how we check soybeans? Pretty scientific. Crack her open. That one was kind of tough to crack open, which is already a bad sign. And then bite a bean. And it's very squishy, so not yet. Couple more days, Mac Attack. So this was the cover crop with no manure. He loves me, I swear. In this mix, the oats help with erosion control and also bringing up some nutrients. Radishes and kale break up compaction with the taproot, but we added some kale in there because it adds more forage above the ground for the cows. Flax stands tall all winter to collect some snow, but it also mobilizes some phosphorus in the soil. Here's that mix on the manure ground. You can see the waves from the injection, which makes for one rough ride if we didn't till it up. So yes, we do have to do a little bit of tillage. But the cover crops have really taken off in this stuff and hopefully hold on to that nitrogen until next spring. Now this field is going back to soybeans, so we did a mix of cereal rye and radish. Radish does the same thing, but the cereal rye will overwinter and come back next spring and help suppress some weeds for us as we plant soybeans into it. And then we will terminate it depending on moisture. As you can see, the ride is pretty rough on our way back home. Hopefully we'll get to this in a couple days.